Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Fanatical Browns Pregame Show. I'm John, that's Steve, and we are your hosts this morning. Steve Gill is having quite the fun morning for a variety of reasons. But, Steve, why are you most excited this morning?
Well, yesterday was a great day. You had the Guardians put a 5 spot on the Tigers. Then you had Ohio State finally show their dominance. But the best thing was my Vanderbilt Commodores, my alma mater, upset the number 1 team in the country, Alabama. And it wasn't because of trickery or anything else. They dominated.
Well, congratulations, Steve. I know you played in all those games. And now,
Anchor down.
Got his Browns hat on. Good luck. Browns are coming next. We're going to get that win later on here. We're going to talk about it here in a minute. But yeah, lots of exciting things yesterday. The Guardians, congratulations to them. What a great way to start the game. Lane Thomas, who the Indians or the Guardians had picked up in free agency, hit a 3-run homer to cap off that first inning, which is just awesome. And then they just had a tremendous pitching, good relief pitching. I love the fact, and I don't know if you follow the Guards as much as, I don't follow them probably as much as the Browns right now, but
I do.
Their mindset, I love their mindset of, like, they say 10 games. Like, we got 10 games until we win the whole damn thing, which is the World Series, which I love that mindset. I think this team is, they've had a good squad, and this coach now has given them a little bit a boost to their mentality this season, and they're just fun to watch, and they got off to a great start. Do you think that they can continue, Steve?
Yeah, let's see what they do against the Tigers ace on Monday.
Yeah.
You're going to see, again, Lane Thompson and David Fry in the lineup because they kill lefties. This kid for the Tigers is a legitimate Cy Young candidate. If they can get to him, then they've got a good chance. Game 3, they're going to start Alex Cole, former Tiger. Detroit's going to be hyped just like Cleveland was yesterday.
Right.
So you send your veteran in there who's pitched well for you, and you calm everything down. So, yeah, I like their chances. Just got to get past the Tiger ace. Yeah.
Well, it was an electric atmosphere down at Progressive Field. The old Jake could not have started it better. And so let's continue that moving forward. Ohio State, the Buckeyes beat a decent Iowa team and didn't get off to a
very good
start.
Defense for Iowa. They are only allowing 74 yards rushing per game, and Ohio State just
they finally opened it up in the second half a little bit, but now your buddy Smith, the freshman rookie sensation, what a one-handed grab in the end zone.
Oh my God. He fought off the DB with one hand and caught the ball with the other hand. Oh, that's
well, and you had a chance to really watch that Vanderbilt Alabama game, and the Alabama kid Williams caught a couple touchdowns.
Ryan Williams, he had a spectacular catch. Then he scored on an end around, but that catch was really spectacular. But he used 2 hands. So if you got to have that kind of handicap, use it.
Right. Well, all right. So today the Brownies are set to play the Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels is quarterbacking the Commanders. He's off to a hell of a rookie season. Everyone's talking about him. The Commanders are 3-1 coming into this game. The Browns are 1-3 coming into this game. It's on the road. It's in Washington. The last time Cleveland traveled to Washington, we did beat them. But this is a different season, different time. Where do you see the Browns today? Do we have a chance?
Well, I'm going to use the Vanderbilt game as an analogy. Alabama, number one team in the country. So what happened? Well, Vanderbilt ran 75 plays as opposed to 46 plays for Alabama. They had time of possession was over 42 minutes to Alabama's 17 minutes.
Wow.
On third down, Vanderbilt was 12 of 18 and Alabama was only 3 of 7. Vanderbilt had 4 drives of over 6 minutes. So how does that relate to Browns Washington? Washington cannot score if their offense is on the bench. So that's what that's what the Cleveland Browns need to do. They need to control the clock. They need to have that first drive, every drive during the game. Control the clock. Churn minutes, churn clock, and score on your possession.
Yeah.
Keep Washington Commanders and Jaden Daniels on the bench. He can't score touchdowns if he's sitting there looking at a clipboard or an iPad.
My question to you on that topic, and I completely agree with you. My concern, and I'm bringing up Coach Stefanski here, is that when you've listened to Coach Stefanski, even recently talking about time of possession, and his bigger concern is moving the sticks, and he doesn't concern himself with time of possession. I don't think he has the mindset like you just shared out of that. I just don't believe that. And that's why I get concerned, because I believe in what you're saying. And I think a lot of Browns fans do. But does Kevin Stefanski really believe that? Do you think that he's going into this game saying, we got to keep the ball away from Jaden Daniels and we're going to just kill the clock. We're going to run possession and that, because he said he doesn't look at the possession, time of possession at some press conference after the game, like 2 weeks ago, he said that. And I'm like, what kind of coach is this guy?
Well, of course he is. He's not going to admit it to the Cleveland media. Come on.
Why not admit
coach speak? Do you not understand coach
Well,
speak?
I do to a degree, but why can't you just say, yeah,
it's going to help to have Michael Dunn back.
Yeah.
Very thrilled. Veteran offensive lineman, can play both guards and center. You can use him in the heavy set to run the ball. Number 2, if David Njoku plays, which I'm hoping he does, big lift for the offense. Catch the ball. He's a physical freak. He can block. We also know James Hudson is not going to play. So that's an advantage for the Cleveland Browns. I don't care. It is. So that tells me that either Jedrick Wills or Jack Conklin is going to play today. That's an improvement over James Hudson.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say about Wills and his desire to play and all that crap.
Okay.
That is a major advantage.
Time of possession, we're talking about that, and keeping the ball away from the Commanders. You do that by running the ball. Are the Browns going to be able to establish the run?
Let's hope so. I think they can. Let's not get fancy. Let's not get cute. I know a lot of fans have been calling for the Browns haven't run any trick plays. Well, their offensive line can't block a stunt. So why are you going to run a trick play? You're just going to put yourself in 2nd and 17. Also, like I wrote in my article, which you can find on Fans First Sports Network, let's stay out of long third downs. Convert on 2nd down. Get your first and 5, 1st and 6, 1st and 4, then convert. Stay out of third down.
Yeah, I was watching the Jets Vikings game this morning from London a little bit, and they were talking about the Jets having the same issue the Browns are having, and that they're putting themselves in long third down conversions. And there was one possession where they said, okay, they got 4 yards on that first drive, but then on the first play, then they ran into a wall. So it was again 3rd down and long, and then they didn't complete. They was 3 and out again for the Jets. I mean, that is something that the Browns have got to, like you said, really work on. And if we don't see that, and it's a continuation of 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 11 and 3rd and 7, those are really tough spots for Deshaun Watson and this team. Let's pause for a quick break here. This is our pregame show. We'll be right back. I have some questions for you, Steve, after the break about the defense. Okay.
All right.
So we'll be right back. Okay, we're back here on the Browns Fanatical Pregame Show. We've got Steve Gill here, myself, John Suchan, and we love the fact that you guys are tuning in here, watching us here on the X, on YouTube, on Facebook. Thank you for also listening to us. We really need you to subscribe to Apple, to Spotify, download us so you never miss a show. So anytime there's a show, it will pop up on your phone. If you get the app on your phone, and then you can never miss a beat. Defensively going into this game, I was watching that Jets Minnesota Vikings game, and the Vikings are off to a 4-0 start this season. And part of that reason is their defense has been outstanding, and they've been creating turnovers. Again, in this game earlier for the Vikings, they had another interception.
Yeah.
And the one guy took it back again, their linebacker, for a touchdown. I think it's the second one that he's taken back. The Browns don't have any interceptions this season. They need to really start creating turnovers. Can that happen in this game against the Commanders?
Sure. I mean, you've got a rookie quarterback for Washington. Yes, he's having an historic start. We all know he's passing for 82%, which is unbelievable if you really think about it in today's NFL. But let's see if Jim Schwartz can dial up a little confusion for the young rookie. Like I said in my article, like I said Thursday, this is the best defense Washington has faced this season. Unfortunately, this is the best offense the Cleveland defense has faced all season.
Yes.
So let's see how physical they can get. Let's see what he's never seen anything like Myles Garrett yet.
Yeah. Myles Garrett talked very positively about his physical.
He's feeling good. He's feeling the best he's all season, which is a fantastic thing.
I want to know what magical drugs they're giving
some
him.
other defensive lineman do something. I mean, your tackles. Come on, guys, put a little pressure on this guy.
The way that he was, sorry,
he does hold the ball for like a little over 3 minutes. I mean, he has run into 8 out of the 9 sacks that Washington has given up.
Yeah.
So, treat him like he's Lamar Jackson. They always play well against Lamar Jackson when he's not coming out of a bathroom. They always play well. So let's, let JOK and Delpit kind of shadow this kid. Put Denzel Ward on Terry McLaughlin, please, and keep him there.
Yes.
I mean, Washington does have talent, but it's like top heavy. I mean, you got an all-pro at wide receiver. You got Zach Ertz, an all-pro at tight end, and you got Austin Eckler, an all-pro at running back. So, I wouldn't be adverse to, because they are missing Juan Thornhill, and I didn't think this injury would be as big a deal. But you look back on these games they've lost. If he was in there, he could have made a difference.
Such an early injury.
Put Martin Emerson on Ertz, and have Cameron Mitchell in to help cover somebody else.
Okay.
I think Martin Emerson could physically match up with Zach Ertz.
Other than what, Greg Newsome?
Yeah. I think Greg Newsome, Ertz is going to eat him alive, and any linebacker too. Because it sounds like Jordan Hicks isn't going to play. So you're missing your best covered linebacker, and why not? Let's give it a shot.
Right. So the rest, where do we go from here? If we win this game, we're 2-3. We're kind of back momentum wise. If we lose, we're 1-4. I saw the percentages like 4% of making the playoffs is all hope lost. What do you think?
Yeah.
I think Lou Marconi wrote about that in his piece for Fans First yesterday. What do you think about the if we lose this game? 1-4. Yeah, what do you think?
1-4. It's not impossible, but it's impractical to think they're going to make the playoffs. So, and no, I do not want the team to tank for a top 5 draft pick. Sorry, I can't go along with that. I want the team to win every week.
Who would they tank for?
I don't. And everybody says, well, they need a quarterback. No, they need a left tackle. Okay, I hate to tell you this,
right?
But they need a left tackle.
Right. Well, we'll see.
I don't want them to tank. let's just hope they go out there and don't ruin my weekend. Because right now I'm having a damn good weekend. I don't need the Browns to kick me in the balls today. So
he is watching right now. Steve is watching a replay of Vanderbilt against Alabama.
They're up 23-7. I think they're going to win.
It's amazing.
They carried the goalposts all the way downtown. Now, for people who don't know Nashville, that's like 23 blocks.
Yes.
And threw it in the river. Luckily, the police gave them an escort, and the fire department was standing by to fish the goalpost out of the river because Nashville does have barge traffic. So, we don't want any
They could have
hazards.
just left it down there like the Titanic, and then they just bring
No, they fished it out and put it right there on the Riverfront Park little patio area.
Yeah.
They showed it last night. But I'm very impressed that those kids carried that goalpost, a full goalpost, all the way 24 blocks. That's impressive.
Now, I saw some other fans, the fans in Washington, were celebrating their win against Michigan. I find that it's kind of funny to me. The fan bases, they beat Michigan in Washington. Yes, Michigan was number 10 in the country, but I don't know. I just find that a little bit silly. But the Washington, good for Washington. I've always liked that team. They always surprise, and I was not surprised that they beat Michigan yesterday in that college game. But
well, here's the thing about that. Michigan played its best game and lost.
Yeah.
See, that's another thing that makes Saturday special. Guards won, Ohio State won, Michigan lost, Vandy won, Tennessee lost. That's
you know who I like a lot? I like Pittsburgh. Now I know that's the University of Pittsburgh, not the Squealers, but I don't know if you've paid attention to their
I would agree with that. They are kind
Pittsburgh
of
Panthers
a non-mentioned playoff team.
A little bit, yeah. And they went down to North Carolina, beat a decent North Carolina team. I think Florida ended up winning finally. They beat Central Florida. Florida State continues to unravel. I think Georgia, they won.
Georgia won.
I don't know if there were any other unusual. Did Kansas end up holding on to beating Arizona State? Do we know?
I have no idea.
You don't know. You don't follow them. Okay. All right. Final thoughts, Steve, before we part ways and this game gets started at 1:00. What do you think the Browns? What happens today in your mind?
They just need to find themselves offensively. Stop the stupid penalties. No turnovers. Get turnovers. Let's keep Deshaun Watson upright. You can do that with this Washington team. Their secondary isn't that great. Their rush ends are kind of light.
Yeah.
So I would do a lot of end around screens, sweeps. Get the running game going and keep it going. Keep it going. And I think that if they do all that and show offensive consistency throughout the entire game, they can make Washington doubt themselves. And let's see what Jim Schwartz dials up for the rookie quarterback. So
I agree with everything that you've said. I agree that I think the Browns defense will come to play today. But I just don't believe that Stefanski is going to call a game like we want him to. I just think that I'm going to be frustrated going into halftime. That's how I'm feeling about the offense.
I think he's going to call a good game. Here's another thing. On my Monday Dog Pound South podcast, I said the players needed to have a players only meeting.
Yes.
After the Raiders lost, according to Bleacher Report, they did have a players only meeting.
Yeah.
So that makes me feel a lot better. I think these guys, they have not given up on the season, so I'm not going to give up on the season.
No, and I won't either. And I do agree that I felt like the aura and the conversation amongst the players this week was pretty upbeat and positive and being able to turn it around. So let's see what happens today. We will have a post-game show. I don't know if Steve will be there or not. Steve
it depends how many times I got to stomp around outside and yell for going around my house. If it's a blowout, well, if it's a Browns blowout, I'll be here.
Yes.
That's what they need. They need to do what
They
Tennessee
really do.
did against Miami on Monday night. You know, just
Right.
throw up a 30 spot.
Right.
How about it? Come on.
That would be great. That would be great. And we're looking forward to a win. Let's get that W today, Brownies. We're all excited. We're all going to be watching the game with a lot of hope going into it. Let's put all those things together. Let's show some consistency on offense. Move the chains, move the clock, play some good D, and let's go get that W. All right, Steve, have a great rest of your day. Go Vanderbilt. I hope they beat Alabama for the second time.
Well, you know, it's now 23-14. Bama's coming back. Minute 25 left, first half. Whew. I got a feeling it's going to be Vandy by 5.
Boy, you're a great predictor. All right, buddy. Take care. Go Browns.
Go
See
Browns.
you after the game. Dun, dun, dun.